Yo, yeah. Uh, who remembers Mystical, the rapper? He was everywhere, like in the late 2000s, early 2000s, 1999, 2000. Shake Your Ass. That was a great song. Yeah, man. You think somebody of that stature, and he was doing so well, would have still been relevant today. But he's had a lot of problems. I mean, I don't know if we can say it stemmed from like these. I heard like his sister died, not died, but got killed. There's a lot of things that happen in his life, but it's one of those things where also he's to blame. The kidnapping, the R wording, his assistant, hairdresser, blackmail. You know, he's one of like it's like, what I feel like these days. It's like hip hop's on trial. A lot of the dirt that was happening in hip hop is come to the surface. It's come to the light, and you've seen a lot of people that were getting away with a lot start to stand for their crimes. I mean, even someone like Diddy, right now, he stand up for crimes that he was wording people, forcing them into trafficking, and that's where Diddy is now. And we have Mystical. I thought he was out of prison, but you know. A lot of people they like Mystical. We all like Mystical as a rapper. He had a good complex flow, rapped fast. He's a smart dude. So a lot when people heard that he was accused of certain things, they thought nah. Because I thought nah, he got too much money to be doing this. But it turned out it was true. That was the first time. Alright. And then the second time I was like, okay. Hmm. Maybe it's a coincidental accident because it seemed a bit like here and there-ish that he was kidnapping somebody and forcing someone into somewhere. So it seemed a bit complex, like it wasn't really what it set out to be. But then the third time, I like this guy's guilty. So I thought he was out, but I didn't realize he was still in prison. That's why he ain't really dropped any music. I'm baffled. Time flies because like man, it's been a while. Because I remember he came out and he was with Cash Money, and it's kind of weird how he went from like No Limit to Cash Money. I mean, I think these people were like rivals at one point. You know, so it's kind of funny how you go from the people you was rivals with, and now you're signing with them, but that didn't last too long before he got locked up again. And he dropped the song. The song wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But yeah, here you go.
Tyler, better known by his stage name Mystikal, faced an Ascension Parish judge today. He's been locked up since his arrest in 2022 on rape and domestic violence charges. Our Chris Nakamoto spoke to his family and has more on what they had to say in this. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good evening, Greg. His mom told me she's praying for her son, but family members and his longtime friend declined to comment further today. This is video of them exiting the Ascension Parish Courthouse just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. They were in court all day waiting to hear what a judge would do to update this case. He was wearing a bright orange jumpsuit as he sat there in court with the letters APSO on the back. Mystikal has been held without bond since his 2022 arrest on rape and domestic violence charges. He's entered not guilty pleas to those charges. Today, attorneys for all sides agreed they'll meet again next week to discuss future dates for the case. A gag order is in place in this case, which prohibits attorneys on both sides from speaking about it. A trial date and bond review date could be scheduled soon. For the WAFBI team, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Greg?
All right, Chris.
Wow, man. So yeah, man, that's why you ain't heard of Mystical dropping anything. These are the guys that where they should be now. He should be like just making songs for the fans. He should be retired, but instead, he's in prison. It's strange and funny how fortunes can change. Cause when I remember him blowing up, 1999, 2000, he was everywhere. That song "Shake Your Ass." Danger, it was everywhere. Those two songs, everywhere. You couldn't get enough of Mystical. MTV couldn't stop playing this dude. Charismatic, crazy, you know, he reminded me of Busta Rhymes, you know, like everywhere he was moving hands. He was a good artist, but you know, you can go from rags to riches, back to rags again, and that's the way of the world. If you don't know what you got in your hands, you know, you have to realize how good you have it before you start messing around and ending up in prison, like Mystical. A lot of these people don't realize it. I think it comes too fast and they're surrounded by the wrong people. But anyway, I'm out. Hopefully, you know, I don't know if this guy can turn his life around, considering that he's been in and out of prison. It's like by this time he should have learned his lesson, but clearly not. But oh well, you know. On to the next one.